Good morning, and how is everybody doing today? I am having issues with my Facebook as per usual. They've shadow banned me because I've been saying things. Um, I'm not even really sure what I've been saying. I think it's because juicing and cancer, I think, is what they don't like. You talking about that. Anyhow, we don't really care about that, do we? We just forge on, doing our very best, and knowing that when you're getting uh, shadow banned, it's because you're telling the truth and you're giving out really valuable information that perhaps certain people don't want you to have. Anyway, let me see if I can just fix this. There we go. Because it even doesn't allow me to edit the audience anymore. It just so I can't make it public in my own. So goddamn annoying. Anyway, never mind. We just have to get on with what we get on with. So I wanted to talk, obviously, the challenges a juice of June, a juice of June, juice in June, a juice a day in June, and how much juice you would like to pour into your wonderful body is really up to you. And again, like I was saying before, it really depends on what you want to achieve. It might just be simply generically put some more nutrition into the body. It might be that you're tired. It might be that you're bloated. My friend Siobhan actually just did a 3-day juice fast, and she bought the juices in. Are you here, Siobhan, at all? Send me the link, because it's a bit expensive, but it's 3 litres of juice a day, and if you can afford it, it saves you a lot of hassle. It's not ideal to have it to buy the juice in, but listen, we don't live in that ideal world, so it's way better to do it with bought-in juice than to not do it at all. Now, a juice fast is a great way to kick-start. So say you've been just going off the rails a little bit, you've been on holiday to Malta, you've been eating at all the different times, and drinking some beer or drinking some wine or eating some sugar or whatever you've been doing. Not obviously that was me. Then you're right, okay, we need to tighten the reins in and get back on track for the things that make us feel good. And because we're in the West are so disconnected from the body and disconnected from how food makes us feel, you can see a lot of times people eat and then they're exhausted, and that's a sign straight away that your digestive system is struggling. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just saying, right, you don't have the energy to break this food down. So the body says, lie down, have a wee nap while I do the digesting. So when you juice and you don't have any fibre in, the body can assimilate the nutrition really effortlessly and easily. The enzymes will cause this like contraction, electrical contraction, and the body starts to dump toxicity. So it's a really, really clever, genius system. But like I was saying, we're not living in the ideal world now. You know, people like to come on and tell you, but you could do it a better way, and it's maybe not organic, it's maybe not the right juicer, it's maybe not the right timing, it's maybe not the right season. All of these things can stop you from taking action. And this is the big issue. I'm a big picture person, so I don't really do details, which brings its own problems, obviously. But the thing is, just do it. Just get the juicer in. And if you don't have a juicer, like somebody was saying, you can put it in the blender and then you can sieve it, strain it. There's always a way. If you really want something, I'm pretty sure you know this, you will find a way to get it. But what I really wanted to talk about was the emotions, juicing and emotions. And when you put a lot of juice into the body, you might find yourself becoming emotional. And that is completely normal. Why? Because we know in the cells hold the information, all the information from the past. So when you start to create cellular expansion through liters of juice, then information's going to escape, right? So the trapped emotions can come out and come through the body. And you go, why did I think about that? Why am I thinking about that? Why am I crying? Why do I feel teary, hormonal, emotional, blah, blah, blah? It's just old information moving through the body. And it's a bit like, we had such a fantastic night again last night at the Polar Bear Club. And it was great for me as well, because I went in the ice afterwards and then went in the sauna and just came home feeling so zen and peaceful. Because obviously I've been in Malta, I've not been cold, and I've been in the city, so I've not been in cold water. So it was really nice getting in that ice bath and just feeling these feelings. And then obviously getting in the sauna, amazing. But all these things do, and I laugh at Kenny because he loves seeing people, seeing emotions coming up. So it may look like you're laughing at somebody crying, but what you're actually doing is you're just so happy that they're managing to let go of outdated information. Because what happens is we suppress and suppress, and we push the feelings down, we push the sadness down, the anger down, the resentments down, because of whatever reason. There's lots of reasons we do that. Sometimes it's relevant, but over a long period of time, it's like trying to keep that beach ball under the water, and eventually it will pop up somewhere. And this is obviously very obvious with this ease. And, we're learning so much about the body and so much about the heart. Oh my God. I am writing the course for the breathwork training. I'm just loving all the research around the heart. It's such an exciting and beautiful thing to really fully start to understand. If you want to learn more, you can come on the Goddess Gathering, come to the festivals, or come on Claire and I's retreat if you really want to delve into it. Have 4 days with us, and I will take you through every single thing and teach you all the incredible stuff that I'm learning and experiencing right now. So juicing can really be a very, very proactive, powerful way to let go, believe it or not, let go of toxicity, let go of old habits, old thinking, old thoughts. And even if you're not doing a full-on juice detox, if you're just putting half a pint of juice in a day, you're still going to, you imagine you do that for 30 days. That's 15 pints right there. So you've got this amazing amount, much more life force going through the enzymes. And it's that little and often can be every bit as powerful as the boom, let's get the 6 litres in over 3 days. That's my personality. I quite like the kind of extreme things. But I understand now, as I'm getting older and wiser, that this, what's the saying? Slowly catch your monkey. So that's the tortoise and the hare thing. You can be the tortoise, you can be the hare. How do you feel? Sometimes you're just too overwhelmed, too tired, and you maybe just don't have the budget to put that amount of juice into the body. But you're like, I can get a bag of carrots, I can get an apple and a bit of ginger and a lemon. I can have that over the next couple of days. You're finding a way. So just to make you aware, if you have been doing juicing, if you've been participating in the challenge and you've been feeling emotional, well, obviously we've just come through a full moon. So we like to blame the moon, blame the planets, blame the hormones, blame the perimenopause, the menopause. Does it even really matter? No, it doesn't. What do we know if we take our eyes and our thoughts and our stories away from the physical? What caused that? Why am I feeling like this? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you at all. It's just an understanding that you have to come to, right? There's emotions. We're electromagnetic beings. Thoughts are electrical in nature. Emotions are magnetic. So that energy is coming through us and round about us and swirling. And where does it even come from? A lot of what we're feeling, we guess. We feel like that because we put on our glasses and we look out and we go, so we're angry and we look out and we just make a story up about why we're angry. Or we're sad, make a story up. Because when you're sad, you'll think about sad things. and you think, oh, that's the reason I'm sad. Maybe there's another reason, a solar flare, a hormone passing by, or whatever. So we stop guessing. And from the Sedona method perspective, we stop trying to figure it out. And when we move in, this is heart coherence as well, when we move into that place of trust, and for people that are on their own healing journey for healing cancer and allegedly incurable diseases, this is so key. I'm going to do a series of videos on this. Coherent energy flowing through your body. We know the body's an innate, beyond super intelligent healing machine. It heals and rebalances itself. And we also know now one of the biggest problems for our disease pandemic is stress. And if you're stressing yourself because you're trying to change your food, you're trying to do more exercise, you can actually be doing yourself more harm than good. Then saying, well, this is all I can manage today. This is good enough. This is what I have. This is the budget I have. This is the time I have. This is what the kids are getting. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to stay in that calm, coherent, zen space. Or then maybe you're judging what other people are eating. You shouldn't be eating that. That's not true. That's why I advocate all different diets. And I'll advocate and teach you about the stuff that I personally have tried on my body and I've found easy. And like I've been saying, we're doing the Clean Up Keto Week. Blew me away again. I wish I'd taken a photograph of my midriff because my hip bones were coming out again. I hadn't seen them for a wee while because if I store fat, it all goes around my middle and my boobs. So it's very, very clear and easy to see. And it's probably the ugliest way you can get fat. Some people, they just get nice and curvy and voluptuous. Not me. I just look like a big menopausal granny. So that week in keto, that just shrunk, and also really fascinating again to start measuring and seeing you're in ketosis, what foods are working for you, what foods aren't. Myself and John and Hilary are going to be running a retreat on this so you can come and learn. Fascinating to know how quickly the body responds, especially when it comes to the carbohydrate percentages. Really fascinating. And a lot of people don't know. And it's something you should know. You absolutely need to know what you can do when you're traveling, when you're tired, when you're diagnosed with something. Educate yourself on all this stuff before you need it. So, getting back to juicing, I digress. When you put a lot of juice into the body, it's very common and normal to get emotional. Thoughts will come in, memories from the past. That is information coming through the body. And what do we do then? Of course, we breathe and we let go. So you can do this. And this also works around procrastination. Why do we not do the things that we know make us feel better? What's that about? And you're feeling, and it's that chicken and egg, isn't it? You feel low, apathetic, fatigued. So you know what you should be doing, but you just cannot find it within yourself to do it. And that's when you should ask for help. Because that very action can start moving the energy. Because remember, the body follows the mind. And if you're humble enough and smart enough to say, could you help me? Or you juicing? If I gave you some veggies or if I gave you some money, could you help me get some juice into my body? People always want to help, but they just don't really know what to do. So if you're at home chronically sick, find somebody who isn't and ask them to help you. It's a win-win. I keep saying this to my daughter, in 5 years' time, it can be the other way around. We all have our times when we need help and support. So please, please, please do not be shy in asking for it. And that's the great thing about social media. You can just put a shout out. Can anybody help me? And you'll be amazed at what happens when you ask. So why do we procrastinate? Because we're creatures of habit, aren't we? I was having this conversation with my friend Gwen on holiday. She started meditating. And, meditating every day. And then you're like, but I want to do something else. And it's like, no, you do your meditation first. And just how the mind wants to stop you, because this is what we always do, and especially as you get older. So don't try and change things. Don't try and switch it up. So that's where you really have to get that, like, oh, no, 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 no. And that's when you have to go, why would I do this? Why would I change? Why do I want to do something enough to override this apathy, lethargy, this habit? And that's, again, where other people can really help you. Other people will inspire you. They can do it, so can I. And, when we rewire our brain, it's as simple as this. Just keep doing the thing until the body stops resisting. That's it. So, and that resistance can last for, they say it can take people 2 years to change. You're not usually going to take that long. But just know that resistance is there, and just see it and just do it anyway. Exact same as when I was getting into cold water. Did I want to get in every morning? Absolutely not. And the excuses I made up, the stories, and you do the exact same with juicing. Oh, it's the cleaning of it, Oh, you don't want to put yourself out. It's going to take you an extra 2 minutes in the morning. All of these things, it's about procrastination and about staying stuck. And it's the C word again, isn't it? Change. We have to be the change that we want to see in the world, and it starts inside each one of us. And as I keep saying, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And that, such respect for the people that are turning up to do this breath work, because it takes courage, right? There's a level of courage and a level of self-esteem required to just go, let me try this. Let me try it. Don't knock it as though that's a lot of shit, that doesn't work. Who does she think she is? All that stuff, which is so common in our culture. And waiting for other people to prove it before you try it yourself. Meantime, you're miserable, and you could actually have tried it while you were waiting on somebody else to prove it for you. We want so much evidence instead of tuning into the intuition and going, let me try this. Let me see if I feel any better by putting half a pint of juice in every single day for 1 month, or for 1 week even, if you cannot get the energy up for a month. The whole idea with the monthly challenges is to really help you create new habits. You might not want to do it every single day, but you certainly know it's there, how to make yourself feel better. We can override the chemistry of the juice with our mind, categorically, but the juice gives you that foot up the ladder where you'll start making better choices. So let's look at, we'll look at procrastination, and then we'll look at thoughts and feelings and stories and concepts around what you think you are and how powerful you are in terms of your own healing. And where along this line, from I cut my finger to I've been diagnosed with cancer, oh, you can heal that, oh, you can heal that, you can heal that, you can heal that. I'm not so sure. No, you can't heal that. Because that's what we've done. And we now understand that we predict our own future. So if you get somebody saying, you've got 6 months to live, guess what very often happens? So that is something we have to stop doing with people, and we have to realise and recognise all the incredible things. There's no guarantees for any of us. Today is not even guaranteed. So we need to move out of that paradigm of listening to other people's expert opinion on our bodies. We're living in here. We're the one that's thinking, that's feeling, that's sending that information through day after day after day. And if you don't have a strong sense of self-worth, strong sense of understanding about the body, and a strong sense of I am possible. It's not impossible. Of course I can do it. Hundreds of thousands of other people are doing it now. So why on earth would I be different? The only thing that's different is here. And so let's start with, we'll just do a wee bit of EFT. It's dead easy to teach. So just tap with me. We'll start on procrastination. Even although I know what to do, but I still don't do it. And even although I did it before and I felt great, but for some reason I stopped doing it, I forgot, And now I'm trying to get back into the mode to start again. Keep breathing, keep tapping. But even although I'm an imperfect human being, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Even although I am not yet perfect. And even although I'm still sometimes stuck in old habits and old stories and old concepts and old labels about I can't afford this, I don't have enough time, I'm too tired, all of the reasons, excuses for keeping doing what I've always done. And even although I beat myself up and I judge myself and I judge others because I know that I'm capable, but I'm still not doing it. And I don't know why I'm not doing it. And then I want to stay away from people who are doing it because then I feel worse. But I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Even although I procrastinate, even although I make up stories, excuses, reasons for not doing the things that I know my body loves. But even although I sometimes do all of that, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Keep tapping, keep breathing. And I'm now open to letting that go. I allow my energy to rise, and I allow myself to make better, more determined choices for me and my cells and my health and my happiness. This works for whatever protocol it is, breath work, meditating, letting go, whatever it is you're wanting to do. I'm open to making great choices effortlessly because I love feeling better. I love feeling at peace. I love feeling strong. I feel great when I've done the things that I know I want to do deep down somewhere. I love having more energy. I love feeling less anxiety. And I love having clarity. And I love being in coherence and staying out of judgment, blaming, shaming, and complaining. I'm letting all of that go and releasing all of that now. I allow myself to make great choices on a daily basis. Deep breath. Okay, so just feel that energy move. So that's the procrastination. Why am I not doing things I know what to do? And then the other side of that is I am juicing, I am doing my little bit that I feel I can do. And I'm very proud of myself for adding something in, giving the body more nourishment and nutrition. But now I'm feeling headachy because the detox symptoms can happen. I'm feeling a bit more emotional. Maybe it's the moon, maybe it's the stars, maybe it's Mercury, whatever the hell is the reason. So again, stop trying to figure it out. So even although I'm trying to figure everything out, why do I feel this? Why do I think this? Why do I do this? Why? Why am I trying to figure everything out? And even although I wish things were different, I wish the body was different, I wish I was different, I wish they were different, the apparent others. And even though I take things personally, why did they do that to me? Why did this happen to me? Why did I not have this, that, and the next thing? So even although I take things personally, I try to figure everything out, and I wish things were different, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. And I'm now open to witnessing the changes in my energy, to allow any contracted energies to be witnessed and released instantly. I'm letting go of everything and anything that no longer serves me. And I allow the clouds to pass without judgment, or stories, or concepts, or labels. I am opening my heart. I am finding the courage to let go of the concepts and the labels and the justifications. I allow myself to feel open, appreciative, motivated, curious. I'm letting go of the old stories that no longer serve me, and I allow the field of energy to flow through me and all around me. I am a powerful energy being, and I'm letting go of all the self-criticism and all the wishing I was different. I'm releasing all of that now. I allow myself to expand, and I allow myself to be at peace. Deep breath. And just taking the eyes up to each corner of the room, up there, 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 there. And just breathe nice and naturally. Okay. So when we get stuck, EFT is by far the quickest way. It's dead easy, even although I'm an idiot, even although whatever you're saying about yourself, whatever you're criticising about yourself or others. Because remember, the cells don't know whether you're slagging somebody else off or yourself off. Why am I such an idiot? Why do I not do this? Why are they looking at me like that? Why are they saying that? What did they mean? The cells are having the exact same reaction. They don't know who you're judging, who you're blaming, who you're shaming. It's all the same information going through the body. And this is the reason why we need to stop judging others. Take your eyes off other people. You probably noticed there's been so much carnage around, like globally, and people upsetting each other and taking things personally because we're all going through this massive shift in consciousness, right? So it's completely normal, but don't take it personally and don't take it seriously. Breathe and remind yourself, yeah, the divide and conquer won't work for us because we know that 90 odd % of people on this planet just want to live in peace and harmony. They want enough food, shelter, want their kids, their grandkids to be happy. It's not too much to ask, and it's right there within our grasp. Once we awaken to the power within us, the peace, the change has to start inside each one of us. So instead of looking to the apparent others, to they, to them, back to in here. What's going on in here? What are you projecting? What are you criticising? And can you just welcome all of that and let it go? And listen to some music, dance, go to a comedy show, do something fun, because we're taking everything too seriously. And don't get me wrong, when you look at what's going on, can we change it? Can we help it? Can we impact it? One way we can do that vibrationally is to keep our vibration up. Keep the hearts open and trust and look to the new story. And the new story is where we cooperate, we collaborate, and it's much fairer for every single person and every sentient being on this planet, including our beautiful Mother Earth. Okay, well, listen, thank you for joining. Have a wonderful weekend. Keep on juicing, and keep that life force flowing through you and keep the heart open. Let the field flow. Have a great one. Ciao.